Hi, I'm Josh Abbott. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the Captcha Pro plugin. So after you install the plugin, go to Captcha Pro, and you can see that there's three options. You can use the classic Captcha, you can use Google's reCAPTCHA version 2, or Google's reCAPTCHA version 3. Now to use either of the reCAPTCHA versions, you'll need a free reCAPTCHA account, and the easiest way to get there is just go to google.com and do a search for reCAPTCHA, and the first link should take you to Google's reCAPTCHA site. Just log into the admin console, and then you're going to click this button to set up your site. First, enter a name, and this is just for your reference. I'm going to set up reCAPTCHA version 2, so I'm just going to call this my site and then version 2. And then I'm going to select version 2. And then under domains, this is where you enter the domain name of your site. So it would be yoursite.com. And then accept the terms of service. And then click submit. And that will give you a site key and a secret key. And you're going to copy these. And you're going to select Captcha 2 if that's the one you're using, and then paste in the site key, and then paste in the secret key, and click Save Settings, and that's it. That's all you need to do to set up the Captcha version 2 on your site. What this will look like is when you go to sign up, you'll see this is what the reCAPTCHA version 2 looks like. And it's where you click the button that says I'm not a robot, and then sometimes it might pop up a question, and then after the visitor answers it and proves they're not a robot, they'll be able to sign up for your site. Now let me just set up version 3 to show you what that looks like. So you would go back here, and then I'm going to add another site, and I'm going to set this one up as version 3. And it's the same process as before, except this time I'm going to select reCAPTCHA version 3. And then I'm going to enter my domain name. I'm going to agree to the terms of service. And I'm going to click submit. And again, this will give me a site key and a secret key. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to go back into my admin panel. And this time I'm going to select Google reCAPTCHA version 3. And I'm going to paste in my site key, and the secret key, and I'm going to click save. And again, that's it. That's all you need to do to set up reCAPTCHA version 3 on your site. Now there is a setting here called the minimum score, and this lets you adjust how secure the reCAPTCHA version 3 is. But I recommend that you go to Google's site and read the details about that before making any changes. Otherwise, I'd recommend leaving this on the default setting. Now when I go back to my sign up page, this time the reCAPTCHA version 3 works completely in the background. So when the member signs up, the reCAPTCHA version 3 will determine whether it thinks they're a real person or a bot, and that would determine whether or not they're allowed to sign up. And the only way that you know that it's installed is this icon here, which has a link to their privacy policy and their terms. Okay, and that covers the basics for setting up reCAPTCHA version 2 and also version 3 on your site.